Ladies and gentlemen, adjust your headphones.
Come on in and shut the front door. You are welcome to the You Should Know Better podcast, the news from the antagonist shoes. Now we are back. We are back. Season 6. Episode 6? Probably.
Yeah, 6.
6. There we go. That's Route 66. Route 66, which is near Canada, and which is segue into we have a guest all the way from Canada, my good friend Joey C. How are you doing, man?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, both of you. Looking forward to being on this podcast today. It's an honourable occasion to be joining you back in my home country of England, all the way from BC, Canada.
No, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Time for us. Now, you've been out in kind of 3 years now. Damn. How are you feeling, man? Because you were saying you haven't traveled in a little while. Like, you itching to get away?
Stuck in Canada since the pandemic happened. Yes, I haven't been able to leave these borders yet. But yeah, heading out on Friday to the States finally. So I'll be able to get away from the Canadians for a little bit, and then I'll be back there for the rest of the summer too.
Yeah, see, the one thing I hate about, you're going to Hawaii, I don't know if it's the same, but like, one thing I hate about airport security in America, they're like, so where are you going? And I'm like, to this, they're like, what hotel? I'm like, this. You think they're going to throw you into the room and then start?
Nah, it's serious.
What organization are you sponsored by? So,
you have 5 names of people you're going to link up with. They want to know DLs, coordinates, everything, bank DLs, the whole shebang. TSA don't play.
Yeah, they're crazy. I remember they were like, what's the surname of the person you're going to see? I was like, that's a good question. I have no idea how to spell their surname. I just look like a criminal.
No, you better write a fake name with confidence before they come and disrupt your journey.
I'm not writing anything fake. That's how you end up in Rikers or something like that. But you're off to the sweet land of Hawaii. Am I correct?
Yeah, heading over to Kauai in Hawaii for a week to chill with the locals, maybe do some surfing, get eaten by a shark, and then heading back to Vancouver Island after, and then going down to like Seattle and West Coast of the States down there after.
Damn.
Which was nearly 10 years ago that we did that trip as well, Junior.
It's about 8 years down in San Fran. Yeah, the only trips I can talk about now is going there to Bristol and Chippenham, Sudbury, and Barnsley. Those are my destinations nowadays.
Don't go to Barnsley, terrible place.
Yeah, I know. Prefer Leeds. Leeds has always been my home city. Leeds. I don't mind shaky wakey as well. Good times, good city. But yeah, no. Thanks for honestly jumping on. I'm going to kind of hand it over to you. The audience know, you've already kind of done your name and that, but what's your story, what you're about, and we can jump into your main part where you should have known better.
Yeah, sounds good. So the story is it's kind of a 2-part story, and I'm kind of incorporating a young impressionable university story as well as a crazy night out. So this story occurred in Calgary, Alberta, where I was on exchange with Junior. The famous DJ Jace Junior Amabiri.
I wasn't even known then, but
you were coming up. You were just starting to come up.
I'm still coming up.
The next big international DJ. This is kind of like follow up to the episode on disgraceful behavior, where you had the one and only Dave Durkin as your special guest too.
Oh yeah.
Throwback.
That madman.
Yeah. Throwback to Dave Durkin on here. So I think this is one of our first few weeks in Canada where we had a night out at the local students' union called The Den. And it was a Thursday, if you remember this. So appropriately, this was named Thursday by the powers that be at the University of Calgary. Do you have any fond, vivid, or non-blurry memories of Thursday, Junior?
Do you know what? I don't really have any non-blurry memories. I mean, before I would get into the light, I was gone. I was gone. So yeah, I just remember it being really cheap in there. That's what I remember.
How cheap we talking?
was it like a picture? This one like a picture of beer, wasn't it? Like $5, wasn't it something like that?
Yeah, $5 hairs. Or we'd get our friend Coupe de Ville to hook us up with one of those vodka slimes.
Yeah. So we knew
on the
we
house.
worked there. Yeah, and I
Oh
forgot
yeah, the insider.
Yeah. You were gone before you know it. Yeah,
Serious
you
business.
were gone. Yeah, the drinks were cheap because Canada's quite expensive for alcohol, so it was quite a relief.
Oh, you needed that. You needed that inside job.
Yeah, it was important.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So anyway, as international exchange students, we were there to learn, integrate into the culture, and be on our best behavior out in Canada to respectfully and honorably represent our home universities. Of course, we were there to do that right, Junior.
This guy, you're reading what the teacher said.
It sounds like an Erasmus prospectus, fam.
Yeah. Erasmus 2013, 2014.
Straight from the prospectus there. So yeah, obviously this escalated every single Thursday, and I think it was one of the first few weeks after having some pre-drinks with the English, French, and other international students.
Yeah,
we're probably drinking the cheapest alcohol possible, called Boxer beer at the time, where I think you could get like 24 beers for $1 or something outrageous.
Yeah, it was like, for those that know, it's like it was like a little can of beer with Boxer beer in this huge box. Yeah, cheap as chips. Yeah, it probably even cheaper than chips. Yeah, and you'd buy like a crate of it, and you drink. I don't know what was in it, but you'd go to the toilet, you start peeing. Yeah, your pee would be glowing. It was that kind of
rotted, so just rancid sort of.
I don't know
poison.
what their FDA equivalent is in Canada, but they let that one go. They say, "What were you wanting this?"
Rotted, toxic waste.
Yeah,
some like radioactive.
Some Homer Simpson joint, man.
Yeah, free-eyed fish kind of drink.
So yeah, we'd either be drinking that or something else classy like Orangina mixed with copious amounts of alcohol, as usual, as inspired by all the French people that we were hanging around with. So yeah, anyway, being young and impressionable, of course, we got too rowdy and brought our disgraceful British partying ways out to Canada to cause trouble and be general nuisance to the polite and assuming Canadian people. So yes, it's kind of a two-part lesson for You Should Know Better. For some reason at that time, me and Junior thought it would be funny to start talking in South African accent all the time and telling people that we're from either, Bloemfontein or Cape Town, Joburg.
It's like I'm from
Pretoria. Why SA? Why South Africa?
I can't remember. Why did we do South Africa?
Man, I have no idea. Just the message of people.
I think it was just an accent we liked, and it was one that we could both get away with.
Unanimously, yeah.
I can't really do Australia. I don't know how many blacks knocking around that. You can get away with South Africa one,
Oh, that's true.
We ran that one for a while, and I don't know. Maybe there was a guy there.
Well, I thought the English accent would have been suffice. Like, why just go to another English-speaking country? Like,
yeah, but we're just like messing around.
Okay. A bit of challenge for yourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how long could we do this accent before they go? Hang on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you ain't been Durban, cuz.
Yeah. With this guy from Cape Town, what's he talking about? Yeah. So yeah, I remember. I don't think we ever got in trouble doing that though.
Yeah, I don't think there was one occasion I remember where we did get in a little bit of trouble. I have no idea why we're doing this, but we confuse a lot of people, and we're obviously extremely wasty pants, as the local Canadians would say. We tell them we were South African twins and do a little accent and everything.
You Lucian crap, what's going on? Wait, the Lucian.
Yeah, can't you see the resemblance? I know we've got different style of hair, but like, fam.
We both came from Pretoria to Bloemfontein, and we're in Canada. So, I can't imagine the amount of people that we did this to and confused. But one night we went along with this, and we actually drunkenly met a South African dude who was really happy to meet some of his fellow South African countrymen so far from home. I remember this guy was chatting to us in the smoking area after about 20 shots of Bombay Whiz gin that we were drinking at the time. Eventually we had to drop our fake accents until you heard mine and Junior's British accents come as we were running away, I was like, "We're not from South Africa. What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah, he was not happy. He was because I can't do it the whole night. It's when you meet an actual South African, it's like, oh God.
yeah. You feel like a proper fraud.
Yeah,
a double fraud.
I can't even keep this up, man. I got to jump out of this accent at some point. So yeah, that was a bit of a headache.
Yeah, I think this dude was like from one of the towns we were telling him we were from too. So he was like questioning us, who we know, like whereabouts you from, and we're just like, I don't know. Like Pretoria, I don't know.
What bus do you take? I said, brother, listen, I don't even know if you got buses in that part of the world. I don't even know. I don't even know. Don't kill me. Any South Africans out there, don't kill me. But yeah, that was a fun period. I cannot lie to you.
That is mad.
Yeah, so remember this dude was, he got pretty mad with us and was probably really offended that we're impersonating and mimicking South African peoples and, giving them a genuine bad rep internationally. So obviously we did the very mature thing and just ran away and got more drinks after the confrontation, after revealing our disgraceful British identities. Junior's heavy London accent and my Yorkshire accent at the time. That was the first part. Like, we should have known better not to mimic. And
did you see him after? Like, did you like bump into him again, or did you like just never cross paths with this guy? Like, what happened?
I think we did. We saw him back in the club, and we just pretended like we didn't know what he was talking about. So,
well, I don't remember. I was after that first certificate. That was it. He was gone from my mind. I had other stuff on my mind in that place. So.
Yeah, other stuff on your mind. Just hands on shoulders, following me around the club. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm not from South Africa. I'm from London.
Oh, brand new phone. Who dis? Okay, I like that. New drink. Who dis?
I'm from Croydon. I don't know what you're talking about. Croydon.
Yeah. So that was one part of the story. I remember the same night. The chaos and disrespect for other people in society didn't stop there. After we left the club, for some reason, Junior, do you remember the tree incident back at the halls of residence?
Oh wait, yeah, this is you. Yeah, this is your story. Thank God. I was like, what's he gonna say next? This is your
Yeah, this is no to me. I'll have to take responsibility. Anyway, I thought it was a good idea to bring this giant tree back into the halls of residence that we found on the way back to our flat. So I brought this giant tree up the elevator, leaving this trail of debris and foliage, and we placed it in one of our more responsible exchange mates' flats as a gift. Do you remember that, Junior, and who it was?
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that. Do you know what? Yeah, that, because I need to paint a picture of that was a bit crazy, because basically, I don't know where you got this tree from, and there was a cone as well, right? But we were just coming back from a night out. And you got this huge tree, and there was leaves everywhere. And I was like, "What's this guy doing?"
Where did you pick it up from? Like, how you pick it up from that out?
Like, get it from? And it was cold as well. You know, it's like minus something. I don't know how you got the.
You're doing David Attenborough. This cold.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan this thing off the.
I think it was already laying down. It must have been like a storm or something. I would never cut down a tree for the sake of it.
Yeah, it was like a big branch.
Yeah.
And this guy was like rolling through, like from one end of the campus to the other bit, right?
Just holding this thing logged up
like this, like Jack Saw Jim Duggan, or whatever his name is.
Jack Saw.
And you got it into the building. Whose flat was it?
It was from our,
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we won't say names, but I was very responsible.
I remember.
Mature flatmate that wouldn't have appreciated something like this. When they woke up with her other extremely angry roommate, I think she's French roommate, to discover a giant dirty tree in the middle of their kitchen. They weren't too happy about that. And I think the worst part was that I was so hungover the next day that I just refused to help move it out the kitchen. So I just left it in there and like got in trouble from the supervisor of the building for that situation too. Which was just many of the warnings that I got whilst being on the verge of being kicked out of the residence. And
what did they?
The only place to stay.
What did they say? What were they trying to? Were they trying to say? Listen, you can't do that again. Were they give you a warning? Like, what happened?
I think you probably had a few warnings yourself during those times, right? Of
No,
things going on.
Not
Oh,
me,
you're
but
more responsible than me.
a little bit more.
He said not for the podcast. That's what he said.
A little bit more responsible than Mr. Joe. You see over here.
Yeah, I think you got maybe like 1 to like third warning, you were kicked out. So yeah, that was not really a smart thing. I should have been smarter at the time not to be such a menace to society. Yeah, if I could go back and speak to my younger self, drunker partying self, I would have given him a slap and like, what are you doing, man? Stop being a freaking hoser, bud, as Canadians would say, and doing all this dumb stuff. But yeah, I should have known better for sure. And yeah, anything else that you remember from those nights, Junior?
A few things, but I guess we can always discuss those offline.
So basically, everyone, you guys got the PC version of their time in Canada. That was the Stuart Little version, cuz.
Yeah, those were definitely the good bits. The tree thing was quite crazy though, because I remember seeing that. And the thing is, he couldn't really deny it because there was so much footage of him walking in. If I got out, him walking with a tree, so he can't even deny it.
And it's just bare banter. Like you literally just wanted to grow wildlife, like your own Kew Gardens, you know.
Yeah, that's what it literally. And you can see the trail of like plant, leave, and you're like, yeah, I know which house this thing is in. I know which house it is in. They weren't happy. They weren't happy.
That's
at all.
bad.
Yeah, should have known better. Like, don't impersonate other people because they'll probably get you in trouble. And yeah, just respect nature and don't put it in people's houses. Yeah.
Well, I definitely do what? I definitely respect nature. As for the accent thing, I can't lie, I still do that. I can't lie, it was this weekend. I was at a brunch. The guy who was serving us was he's South African.
No, you don't go to that country. They're gonna chop your head off.
No, he was actually South African.
The man in Soweto are gonna come for you, cuz.
No, it was, I don't know. No, you know, because I don't know where he was from, but he was obviously like European ancestry in it. So yeah, I kind of got away with it in it, but I don't think he was really listening to me anyway because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was busy, but yeah, that one I still do. So if you see me out there and I'm doing an SAF accent, I'm from there, okay?
Man will say Bloemfontein, you know. Fair enough.
But Joey, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing those stories. Thanks for sharing those memories. Some of them I nearly forgot. You brought them back. And as a friend of the pod, we'll love to have you on again at some time, man. But appreciate you coming on for this period.
Yeah, love, man. Much appreciated, for real.
Yeah, I'll try and have some more mature stories next time. But yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Yeah, cheers for having me.
See ya.
Okay, see you later.
All right, man, we're going to move on swiftly to the next segment of the pod. This is the You Should Know Better segment. This is where we look at a prominent news story, consider it from an antagonist's shoes, and ask ourselves, should they have known better? So, you know what? I don't know if people would have heard about this, man, but there's a guy out here in these streets. His name is James McDougall. James Mac. When you hear that Mac, you know it's Irish, fam. Even Bernie Mac, you know he was Irish. There's some Irish blood in him. So
could be. Is it
Scottish as well?
Yeah, it could be Scottish. It's MC, I think.
It's MAC. It could be Scottish, man. Maybe I'm tainting the Irish, but either way, he is from the UK British Isle shores, fam. So he's been exposed by a judge. A judge just said, nah, we got to drop your name. Normally we won't drop your name. He said, nah, we're going to drop your name, baiting up the governments. So he is a gentleman that suffers from Fragile X syndrome, which is X usually means that it is usually linked to the X gene, which is found in men only. I believe so. Is it? I think so. Anyway,
usually medical expert. You should
medical expert. It should be. I think usually when it's an X sort of gene, it's usually linked. It's usually found in men only. So anyway, so it's linked. It's a syndrome that's linked with learning difficulties, and he was out here on these social media pages offering to donate his semen to lesbian couples so they could conceive. So he would knowingly donate his sperm, knowing that he would eventually have children with these women that would mean there was prime sperm. Do you remember when you got offered or you got approached that time? They said, rah, this lesbian couple proceeded to approach Junior just saying, Like, we need you to be a donor. Junior said, well, how are we going to get the sample? He said, how are we going to get this? He said, I don't mind helping. He said, how am I going to get the sample? Let's work that out first before we sign any contracts. He said, before this, need the paperwork.
I was seeing him. I said, not you, man. I can work with you on this sticky situation.
Oh, that's a bio, cuz.
That's what you.
That is a vibe. Man said I could have worked with you, but not you, cuz. What? That's the love of her life.
Wait, well, it's not the love of man.
That's the love of her life.
Not the love of man. It's good. I've got stipulations.
Oh my goodness. What a mazine. Yeah, no, this guy. But anyway, I'm going to put Junior in the shoes of this James McDougall, man, because he's been involved in fathering 4 children by 3 different women. And apparently, he signed agreement saying he didn't want any contact with some of his 15 now children. Yeah, he said he didn't want any contact, but he's applied to family court to allow him to spend time with some of them. So basically, I want to put you in the shoes, man. And it's like, why are you out here donating sperm but not fully informing the women of your background?
See, the big problem with this, is that they haven't reported the story as accurately as I would like.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I am a man who has, I thought I had special powers, the gift.
Okay.
The gift to create powerful little girls. That's what I thought I had, innit? So I was trying to do good in this world and help bring some girls in this world who could defeat bad guys. Okay, that was my aim. All right, yeah, because what I thought I had, was chemical X, but then they now said, they're now telling me it's fragile X. I said, what the hell is this? How am I meant to defeat Mojo Jojo if I don't have...
You will be defeating Mojo Jojo and him, fam.
Yeah, him. I don't know, listen, him, he's that one. Listen, I don't even get started. I don't know what... I don't know why. I don't know if him is the right pronoun. Get me started on him and him. Well, I was so that the chemical X. They're now telling me fragile X. I said, boss.
Oh my goodness.
So that was the misconception. If I knew, I wouldn't have been moving like Professor Plutonium and that. I would have kept this.
The man was mixing packs and potions like hazy, fam.
Yeah. That was Starburst that they got you making. The chemical X. So but that's what I originally thought. But subsequently, the judge has now told me it was fragile X. And if I knew, I may not have made those decisions. In the meantime, but I think who's accepting sperm donations on social media anyway?
Look, man, people.
There's got to be there's got to be a regulated service out there. I'm pretty sure there is.
You can get kidney on the black market, man.
Yeah, but this is social media, though. So
come on, social media.
I don't really have that many T's and C's, so unfortunately, these things can happen. So I apologize to the women and Blossom and all of them out there, but I'm sorry. It's miscommunication, misunderstanding.
Miscommunication. Nah. I'll let you stop being James, but that's a mazine though.
No, this story is really, really crazy.
He's a mazine.
Because he knew he had this issue, or he knew he had this syndrome, right?
Yeah.
But then, no, you know what? I don't know what I'm more interested in. The fact that he knew and still continued to do what he was doing.
Yeah.
Or the fact that there's people out there using social media
Come on, man. Social media it's transactional now, man. You can get anything on social media.
Yeah, but surely this is such a big decision. You'd want to make sure you go to it's definitely regulated. 100%. So you can go there. They probably give you like a catalog. Oh, he's this height. You know, he lost his hair when he was 12. So you got all that information.
Yeah.
You don't know this guy. Social media. It may not even be his. It could be dog. You don't know, bro. It could be dog. So I think. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know.
No, it's not. It's not vetted. But sometimes it could be cheaper to go that way, that route. A lot of the time, money is the determining factor, isn't it? So it could be a lot cheaper because, bruv, one thing he is not a looker, fam. So I don't want to judge a man on his look, but you're not looking at him thinking, right, this guy's gonna give me the next model baby, you know.
Or maybe they just I don't know if they have like a brief that says you like long walks in the park. I don't know what it is that makes them choose certain people, but this one clearly he just puts it out there and he's he's doing his thing. So
and was dishing up faulty sperm, you know, that is different.
Well, did any of the kids ever have? That was the other point. So really quickly. I think this is also quite interesting because there is a case to be made. Of course, you don't want to, you know. You don't want to have a child and then pass on any kind of genetic defect, right?
Of course.
But there is an interesting case. I'll just really quickly. I remember watching this show, and it was about this guy who had Down syndrome, right? And he was like, "Now you can get screened for Down syndrome, yeah? Cool,
yeah,
right?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, is there going to be a time on this planet where people like me are extinct because I'm a Down syndrome person, and I'm obviously happy to be here and blah blah blah." So are we going down this route of, you know, Nazi Germany, we only want purebred people, blah, blah, blah.
Genomics.
There's going to be a world where there may not be any. I'm not saying it's similar, but it's just an interesting thing that I thought of when I was reading.
No, of course. You don't. But I guess that's essentially what screening
eugenics
is for, isn't it?
Eugenics.
Eugenics. Yeah, eugenics is the correct term. That when you start picking and playing, as they say, you're picking and playing God.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of some people, right or wrongly, don't want to go through the challenge, and it is a challenge of obviously.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I think that's a totally understandable, and there's arguments on both sides. I just thought his take was quite interesting.
That's true. It's true.
I never really thought of it like that. But anyway,
they're trying to make people like him extinct. Invariably.
I never really deeped it like that. But
what have we got for me?
Anyway, so I've got a story about the police in England and Wales, and a quite interesting story actually. Not so much what they are doing, but what they aren't doing. Okay, so just one police force in the UK, or England and Wales, has met its 999 call answering targets. The Home Office shows that Avon and Somerset Police are the only force to answer 90% of their 99 calls in less than 10 seconds. 43 other police forces in England and Wales failed to meet their standards from November 2021 to April 2022. The national average shows 71% of 999 calls are answered within 10 seconds. Other forces are in the area. So, Preet Patel has said the public deserve to know that their local police forces will be at the end of the phone, ready to leap into action at a second's notice. So, Mike, I want to put you in the shoes of a police force. Pick any police officer. Fine. Yeah,
now let's go Humberside.
We'll do Humberside. We'll go Humberside. And we want to know, why is this happening? Why are you not meeting the figures? People are on the line, they're trying to get through to the emergency services, not able to. Why are the numbers so low?
Why is the number so low? Do you know, the thing is, is that everyone be calling the police. People be saying, don't talk to the feds, don't snitch. There's plenty of people snitching, and it's very difficult to take all their calls.
So you got snitches at the station.
Like the mailman, bitch, niggas pointing fingers like they just got the nails done. I do only robbery to start my daytime. Because they all wake up just make you lay down and act up, you make you stay down. I'll say that there's people snitching, and it's not easy to deal with the demand of people that are reporting crime and more people that be calling to report more crime. If you look at linear graph, I can't draw it for you right now. We looked at a linear graph and showed that the increase of time that it takes for police to answer a call and the increase of snitching, you'll see that is there's a positive correlation.
There's a positive. So you're saying there's causality between the amount of people snitching and the amount of time.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
So,
the stations are full.
Okay, so most of the calls what kind of calls are you getting? Just out of curiosity.
This guy stole that burger from the Krabby Patty Center and stuff like that. Mr. Krabs is complaining.
This guy's working at Bikini Bottom police station. He said, "Can a fish be driving boat underwater?" What the hell? What's going on?
Mr. Krabs be complaining, fam.
Any other calls? Any other calls you getting?
Well, what else could people people just call for dumb stuff. Whether it's they complain about the vaccine stealing the 5G center, whether it is about Pretty Patel and Rwanda, people are calling and complaining about.
So you're saying you're not meeting your standards because naturally you're getting more calls, dumbass calls,
more dumbass calls, and we can't cope.
Your region of Humber, you're getting more. Well, how come the rest of the country? Well, to be fair, there's only one service that's doing quite well.
There's one Avon and
Somerset.
Avon and Somerset. And do
you know what? There's nothing happening there.
No, because people don't snitch in Bristol. Because Avon and Somerset is in Bristol, and if you know anything about Bristol, they top it down the statue. Everyone's supporting each other, rolling down the Edward Colston statue into the river. So people don't snitch in Bristol. Bristolians are good people.
Well, they're good in the sense that they don't snitch.
That's it. They're against the authorities.
I'm pretty sure that's where they filmed Hot Fuzz.
What Fuzz? What's that ginger brother? What's that guy's name?
That's a ginger. Anyway, you can stop being Sean. Was it Sean?
Hey, legend, fam.
Sean Sutton.
Yeah,
but anyway, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Areas like that, those rural areas, they leave their doors open.
Yeah.
There's no crime in Avon and Somerset. No wonder it's hitting 90%.
Come on.
They're probably getting one call, my cat's in the tree. Yeah, we're on it. They're probably there immediately. So that one, I'm not surprised. But do you know what? It's quite interesting because obviously I can't remember the last time I called 999. In fact, one time I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious or prank?
Not prank, man. Said prank. No, basically, someone hit my car. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the other number was. Like the number when you just want to report this random.
It's like, treble one or something. No, it's treble one, 122 or something, man.
Yeah, something like that. And I ended up, they were like, come off this line, brother. Call the other line. So that was.
They gave you Stern.
Yeah, they were like, you need to not be on this line. This is for like emergencies. I was like,
that is hilarious.
They're like, call this number. So
when did I last call them? I last called them when this was when I was back in med school.
We got a couple minutes if you got a throwback. So
this one, 2 seconds. Basically, I parked and I just parked just a bit on someone's drop curb, but it's close to the hospital. So this one, they're calling to snitch. That's why the correlation is strong. Next thing you know, I called 999. I said, look, I parked my car here. It's not here, bruv. My car's not here.
Yeah.
I called 999. Someone has stolen my vehicle from where it was parked. Handbrake was up.
Yeah.
What's the license registration? Blah, 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 blah. Is that the car pound, mate? I said, who took it there? I said, the police. I said, oh, sorry, my bad.
Dude. I gotta go.
I was nervous. I was on the phone nervous. Wow, yeah. So don't mess around. Yeah, those are the calls people will be making. But let's go into the throwback segment last real quickly. Is it you or me? I'm ready if it's me.
It's you.
Oh, yeah, obviously. As we know, this week is the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. I don't even know what platinum stands for. How many years of platinum? 6. I count
75. No, 70.
70. She got coronated in 1953. So why are we celebrating it now?
I don't know.
Anyway,
she got coronated. 52. No, 52. She got coronated 52.
Oh, coronation ceremony in 53. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Queen, man. 70 years on the throne. I don't know what else was that. 70 years is a long time. I always say she gets the finest meat, the finest beef, the finest everything. So I expect her to live to 120.
Yeah, me too. And you know what? Thanks, Queen. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the week, the 2 days we're getting.
The bank holiday. Yeah, thank you for the bank holidays and all the colonization, all the other rubbish you've done to make our life misery.
And on that, we're gonna go.
Yeah, have a great week and don't do anything that's gonna make us say you should know better. Take care and
in a bit. Peace.
Easy.